Donald Trump is going to destroy us all. And not only that, he is against every woman. And this is a bad part. If he does become a president, we're going back in the old days when blacks cannot vote, when women cannot vote, and when women are not allowed to work. He's going to put us back in those days.
Okay.
Who's the guy that did the banking scandal? Bernie Madoff? He made like $5 billion. You know what I'm talking about, right? I want to make sure that was the guy I was thinking of.
He did not so anything else what Donald Trump is sowing at this time. They're both completely different.
The thing is we can't even prove Osama bin Laden.
We can. There's no
constructed 9/11.
How much did he steal?
What do you think did?
You know what? You may never know.
A lot more than I have.
See what Donald Trump's about and what he wants to deconstruct, and that's his country.
I think he's in jail for 35 years.
That's
35 years he's in jail.
Even though he is
for the rest of his life, because he's like in his
Hitler
late
was
70s.
German as well. So that bloodline will run through him. If he does not control his temper and his children, we will deport him back to Germany and never let him back.
how you're going to run a country if you can't even run your own goddamn family.
So wait, so the problem is it is blood. It's a problem he's born with.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he was born with it. I think he was born into privilege, and as an elitist.
I got a video of a guy over there. He said, I might hit you. And then he was like,
I hear a lot about
you're an
white
asshole.
privilege.
I was like,
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Tell people, for people who have
I
no
said,
idea
hit me, I
what
don't
this
care.
very new
I got a camera in my hand.
Tell people what
Not if
that
you're
is.
Recording everything you're doing right now. And then I got 20 police officers right behind me. And a bunch of other people around.
White
So
privilege is basically a concept that
how good of an idea would that be to hit somebody here?
and you've never had to experience living in the shoes of anybody else, any other race, that you experience privileges and you don't experience problems that people of other races experience. And you're so used to this not happening that you don't normally pay attention to it until you become aware that it is a problem and it's happening around you. And Donald Trump is all for that.
Now, are there other kinds of privilege, like in Saudi Arabia? Do they have Muslim privilege?
In certain parts of the country they do.
So Muslim privilege would be a problem too. Like so
Any problem.
in Hispanic countries, is there brown privilege?
I'm sure there is. If you're the cartel, if you're the president, sure.
And that's a problem.
Anybody in an elitist position.
Like in China or in Korea, maybe they have Asian privilege.
Every nation, every country in this entire world has a caste system. We all participate in patriarchy, whether we know what it is or whether we want to believe it or not. If you have a boss, you have a higher up, you participate in patriarchy, you participate in the caste system. We need to dismantle that, and Trump is not the man to start it.
And what should it be replaced with? How do we dismantle it?
How do we dismantle it?
Yep.
We start with keeping people like Trump out of office.
But then what? Like what can an average person do?
We keep fighting. We have feminist pages. We have racist pages.
Okay.
We have activists. We're all out
Hey,
there.
it's more
Get on
feed.
Facebook. Get
That's
on
all it is for
Twitter.
me.
Get on all the social websites. Look for it. Type in a word. See what you're interested in. Go and find a cause and fight for what speaks to you.
And you know, I heard that one thing. I have not heard one good thing from Trump, what he's going to do for this country. All I heard was very bad things. Very, very bad things. If he wants us help, like Obama is doing right now, he's actually in Japan apologizing for him. And not only that, Donald Trump is not going to help the ecosystem. He's going to make what was the mom? The weather worse because of the oil. He's going to make all our animals die. We're trying to repopulate all of them. If he's going to destroy everything all the Americans and our past and our ancestors have done, he destroyed the United States of America.
Well, the thing is that politics is not about your own, how can I say it, your own agenda. It's about representing your constituency. And if Americans vote Donald Trump
Or representing your country.
the constituency of this country
That too.
sucks. And we need
Or
to
representing your
start
country, that too.
Separating, and we need to start making a stand and stepping away from those people.
You mentioned the problem with as long as people have bosses.
It's all part of patriarchy.
Okay, so is
a point.
capitalism the problem?
Yes.
What do we
As a
replace
mortgage
capitalism?
underwriter, I can tell you that yes, it is.
And So what's the system that we're working on?
We need laws and regulations, and we need people to keep those regulations policed and in place.
Well, the capitalism has laws. I'm wondering, are you talking about socialism? Are you talking about a different system?
I'm
What are you talking
talking
about?
capitalism as making an excess of money than what you need, as in exploiting people for labor and for wages. I'm talking about sending help out of America while Americans are starving in the street. I live 4 blocks from here, and we have about 1,000 homeless people sleeping in our
And not only that,
I bet you Trump hasn't seen.
no, he has. I bet he has not seen a single one at all. And he probably will not know what it feels like to be a communist, and he will never know what it feels like to be homeless. We're almost homeless.
Are you communist? Are you supporting communism?
I don't support communism.
Were you okay? Why did you raise communism?
Capitalism.
I think she said communism.
I'm sorry. She said what?
Communism?
Communism.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, pardon me. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't know what that is at all. I don't think that's a word, but okay.
I am dyslexic.
It's okay.
Oh,
But other than that, he still needs to learn everything. I still believe he should have all his money taken away from his grandfather that he inherited and learn how to earn in his own way how we all learn.
If you take away the facade, he's nothing.
did you know that?
Should the unemployed, the homeless people where you live?
Right here.
How come should those people possibly be trained to go do some of the jobs that illegal immigrants are doing?
If they can be, yes, but right now they can't even keep them living under bridges. They just put rocks under our bridges a few blocks away so they can't even put encampments up.
Why aren't those people going and doing those jobs?
Because there's no training, there's no housing, and there's not enough companies in the city of San Diego. There's not enough resources down here to accommodate the amount of homeless people that we have.
But doesn't it exacerbate? Like, what chance do they have if companies, if corporations are hiring illegals and exploiting them?
They shouldn't be.
So, but isn't that kind of what Trump is trying to go for? To
No,
stop
Trump
them?
is trying to keep
all
everybody
of them out.
who's undocumented
No more
out.
Japanese,
But I know, I
no
guess what
more
he's saying
Chinese.
is that-
Keep them all out. That's what he's trying to do.
Just to play devil's advocate, if he's trying to stop illegal immigration, that would benefit the very people you're talking about who are homeless and don't have jobs.
If there was something in place to help them get set up for those positions. and
Like
there
if we
aren't.
had
But
more.
how will there
The
ever be if there's a
undocumented
constant
immigrants
flow of
that
cheap
come
labor
here-
coming in and taking?
You mean illegal immigrants? Those are.
I guess that's my question.
Here's
They
mine.
find a way.
This
A
is
lot of our homeless people are mentally ill. They're veterans that are disabled. They don't have the capacity to find the way. They don't necessarily have the hunger or the mentality to
And
find
you know,
it.
I met someone who was homeless. He was a nurse. He lost her husband in a fire. They would not give them her money and stuff. She became homeless because before we need everyone off the streets. More homeless, which means California is like the #1 homeless place in the states.
They have been policing
And taken away somewhere,
all
throw them in jail.
the downtown up next mile for the last 2 weeks of all of the homeless, pushing them out because of this today.
And not only that, if this passed, Trump might will let the Chargers build a stadium, which we they're gonna record us tomorrow.
So, who would you rather to be in office?
Hillary!
No, hold on. Hillary Clinton or Bernie Madoff?
Hillary Clinton, because Bernie Madoff is actually like out in these 80s and 90s, which means he's gonna get the buckets down, and if Donald Trump became in second, he would be our president. I would have Hillary won, then Bernie Sanders as vice president.
But do you know what exactly people like Bernie Madoff did?
Yes, I do.
What did
You
he
know
do?
what? He was in the government, he did things wrong.
I don't think he was in the government.
No, he was a businessman who
Scammed everybody.
Yeah.
So why are you trying to get
I'm-
us confused by using another
Bernie
Bernie?
Madoff.
She has autism, so she might not understand all the
Bernie
names.
Madoff was
Well, I was asking you two, not you.
She may not understand the names to give her kids.
And since I'm disabled, and since everyone else around here in the United States are immigrants, and some of them are disabled with dyslexia like me, we are also gonna get pushed out. How does that make us feel? We're gonna cry, we're gonna start wars. That's not nice for people who's disabled like me, especially the immigrants or have mixed with anything else. That is wrong. And it hurts me because I might lose my job, which I just got. I never had a job till now.
So, what do you like about Hillary?
My mom can actually explain everything because she told me everything about her.
What do you like about Hillary?
Both of the Democratic candidates, they each have their own strength. I've already voted by mail, and my vote is personal, but as long as it's a Democrat right now, it could be a Libertarian, it could be a Greenpeace party. I don't care as long as it's not fucking Trump.
So, what do you think about some of the behaviors that some of these people have exhibited?
Well, after we've seen all the TV shows and how people reacted, we understand some other races and stuff in different states, how they reacted. Right now, San Diego is actually the most peaceful state, but we are trying not to start any fights. This is why we're trying to avoid it, yet we're still protesting. This is the safest way.
So there was a young Hispanic individual over here.
Right, because we told him.
Hold on. I'm asking a question.
Yeah.
This young Hispanic individual started cursing out and one of these older guys, which that's disrespectful. So what if somebody cursed you out? How would you feel?
I really isn't a crime. It's not. It's
Right, but it's disrespectful. It's hate.
No, it's not. No,
Saying-
it's not. No.
So you don't say.
Because the guy cursed the lady first and then hit her twice. I tried to use her sign to help her block the guy because he was after her. I had to push him away without touching him. I had to use a freaking post just to push him away till the cops came to grab him.
You know the old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me?
That's the
call you
truth.
a dumbass hat motherfucker right now, and it don't mean shit. If I lay my hands on you,
It wouldn't mean
you got a
shit.
fucking problem. And that motherfucker that Mexican youth was addressing hit a Latina lawyer, and our police did nothing but stand in between them until he finally fucking walked away.
So don't you think that saying "fuck you" or "you're an asshole" or blah 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 stuff like? Hold on. Hold on.
Video.
You know,
So boring.
every
Nothing wrong with it.
protest you go to,
Always have people
Trump protesters that did the same.
I'm trying to ask.
I
Don't
don't
you
think it's disrespectful.
don't you think that's spreading hate? Don't you think
He's
saying?
hate from the beginning.
But shouldn't you forgive him with love?
No, his sons kill a lion, elephant, and you know what? They have a trophy in their home.
I'm not talking about Trump. I'm talking about these two people.
They're fine. They're not doing anything.
And them?
No, they're not doing anything. They're walking by.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the.
Walk away from it. You can speak to it, but you don't have to forgive it because forgiving it is enabling it.
Trying to stay as close to the fence as possible.
It's true too long. They gotta lose.
We respect everyone. We
What do you wanna
won't
walk in
curse
between me?
anyone until they start something with us. And this is
I will
physical.
not enable hate. I don't care if I have to swear to do it.
So don't you think saying "fuck you" to someone else is enabling hate?
No, he said the same thing to Japan.
Words.
So
He said the same thing to Japan.
don't do what they're doing to somebody else.
We told him don't lay his hands on people.
And he did.
But I'm talking about hate speech. Is what I'm asking you about.
That's what he was doing. And then he laid a hand on him.
Hate speech is specific to gender, to race, to religion, to a certain demographic.
No matter if you're straight, gay, or lesbian.
About a certain set of people. That's what hate speech is.
So you don't say.
Swearing is not hate speech.
So you don't think someone saying "fuck you" to you is?
That's not hate speech.
You don't
That's
think
not-
so?
That's cuss words.
That's a curse word you're supposed to
I
have
let my
feelings.
kids cuss from the time they could talk. And you
I
know what?
remember.
They do it where it's allowed. This is a free speech area. They never did it in school or anywhere else where they weren't supposed to. I let my grandkids do the same thing in my house, and I hope they're up here doing the same thing 20 years from now.
Interesting.
You can't text lady, you can't hit lady. And I just talked to the police officer. That is a threat and an assault. You're going to go to jail.
People, what the fuck are you doing?
You're going to go to jail. That was an assault.
Why use that language? Because I can. Nobody's gonna stop me, especially not you.
You're just saying something. I didn't bother you.
Well, you're bothering them.
I'm talking to you.
You're not. She's mad. Look
She's
at
mad
her.
at you.
Oh yeah, you're right. Nobody's stopping you.
She punched her twice and I'm right again.
Don't even listen to him.
Mom,
Fuck
yes.
him. Fuck him.
White people feel the same. You can't punch people here.
You can't. It's against the law. They said you can't touch anyone here. If you do it, you're going to jail.
They will throw your ass in jail. We over there, putting you down in jail.
And it's going to be all video
up her hand right in my face. You can't do that.
That's assault. That's a threat. That's a threatening gesture. It's her sticking her hand in your face. That would be a threatening gesture.
Suck his dick too?
Well, I'm just talking legal.
You can't do that here.
That's law enforcement terms.
She came very close.
If you go,
Fuck Donald Trump too.
yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Thank you.
Can you please take it away? Please? Please ask your supervisor to take it away, please?
I mean, we're just exhibiting our.
Because I
I am
have.
begging you to take it away. Say it, don't scream.
It's freedom of speech. You don't like it? Huh? I don't know him.
Please give me
You should not be surprised by Donald
I'm
Trump.
a medication
The way you
that's not
behave.
control my anger. I'm not
This is why he's got.
Fuck Donald Trump and you. Fuck you. Fuck Trump. Everybody knows. Fuck Trump.
No prison. You look like it, like.